I'm just signing up for a few 50K accounts. Might have the Navida volatility. So I'm using my code proven50. All right, now that I got that, let's go back here and use this volatility to pass evals. So I'm gonna go ahead and log back into Apex. Hopefully the accounts came through. Sometimes they don't later the day like this though. If that's the case, then I'll just have to trade my live accounts. No, it came through. So I got a 50K account here. I got Navida on the left, NVDA. I don't know how, I always say like I'm saying it wrong, but I don't think I am. Okay, so price dropped down, came back to balance here. And now it's probably likely to head up to here. But we're gonna wait for Navida to like give us the clue of that by pushing up higher. So right now it's pushing lower. We're gonna have to drop down more. The higher the volatility, the lower the time frame you want to trade on. All right, so it looks like it's gonna head up here. I'm gonna go ahead and go long. I'm long 2 contracts. So I think that this is where price is probably gonna go to just break that little trend though. So when you're scalping, when the volatility is really high like this, you got to be willing to exit when you're wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit there because I'm wrong. So now I want to take this area here and have a look at like where the half back is at. It's probably likely to be the support area. It would be right here. And we can also look at the whole leg as a whole. You can see there that there's the halfway mark. We'll go ahead and mark that off. Then we'll go ahead and mark off the halfway point of this too. So it looks like it's pushing back up here. So there's our halfway mark of this full leg here. All right, and then we have a decent little bounce here. Now it should bounce here is where I would think it would find support. If not, then it's probably going much lower. There's the bounce there. Let's wait for it to stop one time framing. Nice little double bottom here. Still one time framing down though. And maybe trying to repair this area down here. All right, going long now. Stop goes just here. Any kind of downward pressure, I'm gonna have to go ahead and exit. Yeah, go ahead and exit there. I'm gonna flip short here. 4 contracts. Beautiful push down here. So where do I think price is going? It's probably going back to here-ish, I would think. Let's go ahead and take 2 of these off. All right, so there's halfway to the profit target, which is 3,000. So I hit 1,500 there. I would assume that like here, 55 is probably where price is going. We do want to measure this move down though and see. Yeah. So this will be an add-on opportunity here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add on 2 more here. And once it stops one time framing up, I will go and add on 2 more on top of that. All right, so now I'm short 6 contracts here. We don't need much to pass this eval now. Take 2 off right there. Let's go and move this up so we can see the balance here. So 51,000 still. A lot lower than I thought it'd be. So it's kind of catching a little swing low here, but you got to consider we're on a 10-second chart. Not going to add on here because I don't like this. It looks kind of bullish to me. And Navida is not dropping down either. So I don't want to add on until I'm more certain. And she went half back perfectly here. So looks kind of bullish. Finger on the trigger, ready to exit. I want to measure this area here. I want to see, is it like finding support the halfway mark of it? Yeah, it is. So that's also kind of bullish. I'm going to go ahead and exit here, break even, and wait and see what happens because it looks kind of bullish to me. All right, I'm going to flip long here. You got to keep your bias out of this. It's just got to be a pure price action reading. Once I see it break up here, I'll add on 2 more. There we go. So now I'll add on 2 more. Now I'm long 4 contracts. Let's go ahead and measure this area up here. So there's your half back of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 off there. Beautiful trade. So it broke the half back. That means it's probably likely to continue upward. We'll check this, but yeah, it broke the half back of that area there. So let me go ahead and use this other count here and add on here. And it's still pushing up. So NASDAQ should do the same, I would think. Go back to that count that we've been working on here. So about $2,000 in profits here. I'm gonna take 1 more off here. Maybe I get it as it pushes back down. So it pushed up. So now we got a clear path to here, really, is what's gonna happen. If it breaks this high, clear path. But if it double tops here, clear path down to here. So break the high up, break this low down. I'm not using fair value gaps. I'm not using anything but half back to balance here. And once I see this push up, I'll go ahead and add on to it, expecting it to break the high here. Any more bearishness here, I'm like below this candle, I'm gonna have to go ahead and exit this trade. All right, so it's pushing up. So NASDAQ should follow here. Finger on the trigger to exit. It pushed up and rejected off of that doji right there. It's bearish. I'm gonna go ahead and exit that long. I'm gonna flip short here. That other account's probably getting dusted right now. No, it's not too bad actually. Let's go ahead and exit this long here. Let's focus on one count at a time because the volatility is so high I can't really trade it in both at the same time. Let's go ahead and measure this here and see where the halfway mark is at. So it should at least come down to here. So there it goes. I'm going to take one off there, right? Beautiful, called that, called it. And I'm just using half back to balance, guys. That's all I'm using, nothing else. So here's our pullback. It should go halfway here and then find support. Same goes with NVDA. So it went half back perfectly and then bounced there. So it's probably bullish now. Let's go and flip bullish once we see it push up a little bit more. I just want to see it like break this little consolidation it's created here. And there it goes. So now I'm going to flip long. I'm going to understand though that if it comes up to this red line and rejects, I'm going to have to exit. So it looks like it's being drawn to the half back to balance area here. We'll give it a second though. You got to remember you're on a 10-second chart. So these movements, your initial reaction is going to be like freak, but you don't want to do that. You just want to kind of like relax and, you know, have a clear area where you're wrong and where you're right. So it's trying to break this high up here. So we should see NASDAQ try to catch up here. There it goes. Now it broke, it can gap through that area there. So it's bullish. Now we just want to look at this area here. All right, I'm gonna take one off right there as it pushes up into half back. All right, so I need $800 more here. Got about 15 minutes left to make about $800. Shouldn't be too hard, especially if we can see it break through this area and come back up to here. So there's your half back touch. It's breaking upwards again. Now we want to see NASDAQ follow suit. If it does break through the half back, I'm gonna go ahead and add on one more here. Now we should see it break. I want to see it break this with some oomph to it. So you need $700 more. I'm gonna take one off there. I'm willing to add on when it comes back into this bottom of this box. It's continuing to push up, so is NASDAQ gonna follow suit? It does not want to break these highs for whatever reason. Right now it should break it. There we go. You're probably wondering like, how in the fuck do I know what it's gonna do like this? It's just through practice, guys. That's all it is. There's nothing special about me or the way I look at price. Well, I take that back. The way I look at price is definitely special. It's definitely different from everyone else. It's not like no one else looks at price like I do, except for the people that I've taught. So nice trend here is following the trend. I'm gonna stay in it as long as it respects these lower time frame areas of balance here. So it should come up to here because there's nothing here, right, to stop it. The only thing that may do that is if we like measure this here and we find the halfway mark, which is right there. So let's go ahead and that should definitely be our target. You know, taking from that high to this low there. That should be a decent target for it. So it's just grinding up here. We're going to see a rejection here in a second though, because it's getting up to near half back area here. So we're definitely going to want to take one off next push up. Beautiful push up. I didn't take one off. I didn't have a chance. All right, I'm going to take one off there. I need $500 more here, guys, to pass this eval. So it's still pushing up. I would love to see it break the half back of this area. That would be dope. NASDAQ's definitely lagging a little bit compared to it. It's kind of fizzling out here. Yeah. So it still hasn't, we're still going to give it that opportunity here to, you know, respect this area, which it did. See if it's going to pop up here. See how every time it pushes down, it's being brought right back up. So that's a big sign that it's going higher here. All right, it's consolidating too long in here. Way too long. So if it doesn't go in here in any second, I'm going to go ahead and flip short. It needs to go like now. I'm going to flip short here. It's one contract for right now until I see like some more bearishness that makes me feel like it's going down. We have this little balanced area here that I would think would act as support. No, it gave it up. All right, now I'll go ahead and add on here. Now I'm expect price to come halfway of this leg down here. So I expect it to come down here. All right, I'm gonna take one off right there. $300 more, 10 minutes, I got this. I'm gonna add on here, kind of turn up the heat. I'm take one off there and take two off right there. All right, so a little $200 more. So we had a half back exact touch here. I would expect price to head up here. I'm gonna wait for one time frame to end though. That means I need to see it come back above that high. There we go. A large risk here, but that just means I have to manually exit early. So now I just want to measure this leg down and know where the halfway point of that is. So it already broke it just about. Let's fix this. So we're at it right now. We want to see it push up, not any downward pressure at all. I'm going to go and exit. And I'm going to have to re-enter here. I think I kind of got a little jumpy there. I'm going to add on those two. All right, so now I'm long two. Stops really just below there. I wish it would really just kind of like push up here. Let's go to 15 seconds. The volatility is kind of fizzling out here, so I don't need to be on such a low time frame. Finger on the stop here. You guys notice I haven't taken a loss this whole time. I think maybe one in the very beginning, but it's very small compared to my P&L. I'm allowing for it to dip into this wick here. I'm allowing for that. Navida is pushing up and NASDAQ is not. So now I want to see it just break this little downtrend it's in here. Goes back below that low that it said. I'll probably exit here. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Nice push up. Exactly what I said was going to happen. Crazy. Right? Crazy. It's so crazy. I know what price is going to do. How do I know that? I am from the future. That's what, the word on the street is I'm from the future. So it's just, I understand how price it's actually moving. I understand that. And I'm using the clues. I'm letting price like speak to me. I'm using the clues to help me decipher what price is going to do. So now we want to see it push up through there. There we go. Beautiful. Need about $100 here. Go ahead and add on to this as it pushed through there. So we should see it push up here. It is looking a little bearish here, the way it's sitting there. I may not be able to finish this today. I only got 5 minutes left here. Unless it like does some volatility move here, I don't think I'm be able to finish it. I would love to see it push up here, which it should if it's going to continue to follow it, but it's not, right? It's broke the little trend it's in. Let's adjust it though and see here. Really only need just a little bit of volatility here. So still holding the trend above this high. I'll take one of them off. All right, I'm going to flip short here. It's a very small stop. 5 minutes left. I'm looking for price to come halfway back here. So in this area here. All right, so I flipped long here. It's pushing back up. So NASDAQ should follow here. We just need to see it just break up a little bit. We got 4 minutes left. So there's a nice decent push up. And you see it break the half back of this area though. Now there it goes down. All right, so we're gonna flip short here. We only got 3 minutes left, so we're gonna go heavy into this. Beautiful push down here. So now if we can get some expansion downward, we should be able to pass this here. I think it may have went half back of this move down, unfortunately here. Did. So probably gonna exit this here and wait and see what happens here. I got about 30 seconds before I can't trade anymore. I'm going to go ahead and go long here. Nah. So, all right. So pretty close there. Didn't quite pass it, but definitely a good example of like how I'm scalping. Remember that I do have a website for you guys. It's verifiedfundingcompanies.com. The best discounts in the games for traders by traders. Any discounts you're wondering what they are, when they are with trusted companies. Just remember that Apexes and Bull Knoxes 90% off sale end today. Or maybe it's tomorrow, maybe. I think it might be tomorrow. That's what it shows on Apex's site. So if you use the code PROVEN50, get 90% off of all Apex accounts. You have Take Profit, Top Step, Trade Day, Tick Tick Trader. These are companies that I trust, that I verify. And if you use my code, you follow their rules, and let's say they wouldn't pay you out, I got you. I will pay you out. And then you can always check out my Discord, where I trade live and you can learn to trade with me. Alrighty, guys, that's a wrap. I will see you guys in the charts.